Hey everybody, this is James Outlaw Frags. I want to say thank you for being here again like I always do. And today we're going to have a Frag Rant. So if you want to know what's on my mind, stay tuned because we're about to get right into it. So today what I'm going to talk about is something that's really kind of unfortunate. And I'm going to talk to you as I'm cleaning bottles because it's that time. It's time to go through and make sure all my bottles are clean and the dust is taken care of, because these are quite the prized objects to me. But what we're going to talk about today, what I'm going to talk to you about today on this Frag Rant is an unfortunate subject. And that is the amount of scams that are going on within the last few months on the Facebook pages. Like I've told everybody, I buy 99% of my fragrances off Facebook pages. I am really starting to reevaluate that. Unfortunately, I was on the suffering end of a scam myself just this week. And that is, I had found a bottle of BR540, which I absolutely love. I've been fortunate enough to be gifted 2 small decants from my buddy Mark. Thanks, I appreciate it. But I wanted to get a bottle for my collection. As we all know, it is super expensive stuff. So I have a lady that I have purchased before fragrances from, and that is Angie Reflections. So what we're looking at here is Angie Reflex's page here. Let me close this. That's my mom. As you can see, she doesn't come across as somebody that I should have been aware, worried about, until I just looked after this. So she only has one friend, and that's Alan out at Beverly Hills Perfumer. She has been active on this page for quite some time. Even all the way up until she disappeared, she was active all the way up until, right here, July 3rd is the last activity it shows on her page. This was me saying, hey, where are you? But if you go back and look, she has been active on this page for a long time. So this is Angie Reflex. So if you see this lady on the Facebook pages, be aware that there has been some significant issues with her, with people like me. And quite a few people like me within the last week, where she has taken money and then just completely fell off the face of the earth. I do want to say this. I hope that she's okay. I hope that this is just a situation where something has happened. She's not been able to, access her Facebook. I highly doubt it. In this day and age, between people having a computer at home and everybody has a cell phone these days, it's a smartphone. She, in my opinion, at this point in time, after an entire week, she hasn't responded because she doesn't want to at this point in time, which is unfortunate. She lives in Texas. I don't know if Brownsville is correct. I do have a picture of her address, but this is who we're dealing with. This lady does not look like a crook whatsoever. And I have to be honest, the few times I've dealt with her, she has been super sweet. Everything was good until July 3rd. When she posted this, rest in peace, is when everything just came to a screeching halt, and nobody has been able to contact her. I am not the only person who has made a purchase from her, sent her money, and not gotten their fragrance. So this is who we're dealing with. Very first thing I ever bought from her was this right here. And this is a 200 ml bottle of Paco Rabanne 1 million Privé. And I had absolutely zero problems with this transaction. I contacted her. She had it posted on a Facebook page. I contacted her came to an understanding for the price. I made payment, sent it to her. She sent me pictures of her packing this up and sending it to me. And the whole thing worked really, really well. It was very smooth, effortless. She was a really good seller. After this one, I purchased another fragrance from her and had no problems with that transaction either. I have had zero problems until this last transaction with me buying the bottle of BR540 from her. I made the payment and she has not responded to a single email, instant messenger on Facebook, nothing. And then today I come to find out that I'm not the only one that has had a problem with anti-reflection, which is really sad. It looks like with the $140 she scammed out of me, and I gotta be upfront with everybody so everybody understands how this impacted me. $140 is a lot of money. It's a huge amount of money to me. I'll let you in on a little bit of personal information. I'm a disabled vet and I live on a fixed income. So when I save up some money to make a big purchase like that, it means I've saved for a while. That's why when you guys see me make my haul videos, they're all secondhand fragrances because I really have to make my money stretch. I'm just like everybody else out there. Money's tough to come by, it's hard to earn, and it goes really fast. So unfortunately, when we come across somebody that scams us out of our hard-earned money, it stings, man. It really does. I know it has really agitated me, to say the very least. So I wanted to bring this up into the community because we need to do some things as a group to try to combat this. First thing is sellers are going to have to compromise and buyers are going to have to compromise. Sellers, you guys, and me included, because I have sold and traded fragrances on the pages before, we are going to, as sellers, you're going to have to build in the price of goods and services into your price. You got to stop asking your customers to pay for that. And second, as a customer, which I have been, you see behind me, 90% of this stuff came secondhand because I just can't afford to buy it retail. I can't afford to buy the majority of this stuff on the gray market new. That's why I have such a large collection of secondhand fragrances. But as a consumer, we all have to stop sending payment as family and friends. Because of this, it leaves you zero recourse in case of anything happens in your transaction. I have no recourse whatsoever. I paid Angie, friends and family, because I had done it twice before and had no problems. And to be honest, I hadn't had any real problems with anybody that I've bought before. It's a very, very small group of people that are really becoming an issue. I've had people make an agreement and then welch on the agreement where they're like, well, I don't want to sell it for this anymore. You know, and that happens. People change their mind. But this is the first time where I have been out and out just completely scammed out of $140. It's really unfortunate. We need to come together as a fragrance community and kind of deal with this on all levels, on all of the Facebook pages. You get a close and up personal view of my inbox for my personal Facebook page. But the reason we're looking here is we are talking about this person right here, Andrew Reflex. One of the things that we are experiencing, a lot of us across the Facebook platform, is issues like I am dealing with here. And I guess 4 or 5 other people have experienced this with this young lady as well. She's taken money and has not reached back out to me or any of the other 3 people that I have found that are experiencing the same problem I am right now. And that's that I have paid for a bottle to her for $140, which is a huge amount of money to me personally. And I've gotten no response from her at all. And I've dealt with her before. If you look, we're going to scroll all the way at the top of this. I originally contacted her when she had posted, she had a 200 ml bottle of 1 million Privé. And as you look, here we go. This is as I'm making, this is the payments. This whole transaction went smooth. She took my money, packed up the fragrance, and shipped it out, and I got it no problem. She was really good to deal with, to the point where I actually, here we go again, this is as I'm making another payment to her, I bought from her again. Okay, so I have bought from Andrew Reflex twice from the beginning of the year until now. And then she had posted that she had a bottle of 540 by MFK. And first I contacted her and she said that it was gone. And then she replied to me saying, "Good morning, the person who wanted the 540 didn't follow through. Do you still want it?" I was like, absolutely. So we communicated a little bit. She came down to $140 because I had bought from her before. And this is where I'm asking her about the bottle and the level. As you see here, I have a fast question. Is there 70 ml left from a 75 bottle? Do you have the box? She's all, it's like 80% full. I do have the box. So that was a little confusing to me right here. So I'm trying to get her to quantify exactly how big the bottle is and how much is left in it. And that's what you're seeing right here. So I finally tell her, okay, I'll buy it and I'll make the payment now. This is proof here. I do this with everybody that I buy with. I do a screenshot of my payment so that they can see that, yeah, I've made it. And then I, as you can see here, I send it as an attachment. And she says, "Thanks, I got it." So she got my money. She has my address. And then nothing. These are all messages saying, "Hey, hello, I haven't heard anything from you." You know, I even start the next day because beforehand I've always had good communication with her. So I send her a message the next day saying, "Will you ship today? Just wondering. You've been awesome the last 3 times I bought from you. Thanks, James." Then the next day comes, I didn't hear anything back from her. Then the day after that, "Hello. It's been a couple of days. I haven't heard anything back from you. Is everything okay? Please let me know. Thanks, James." Friday comes. I send her a message saying, "Hello." Later that day, Friday, "Hello. It's Friday now. I haven't gotten any response from you. Is everything okay? Blah, blah, blah." Still no reply. It's now Saturday. Saturday evening. I'm like, come on, what gives? Sunday morning. Good morning. Nothing. She has not replied to me at all. She has taken payment and just fell off the face of the earth, which is really, really sad. Well, for a couple reasons. Because, like I said, $140 to some people isn't much. $140 to me is a lot of money. I have to budget really careful about the stuff that I buy. So when I decide that I'm going to make this is a big purchase for me, I don't do it very often. I don't know if anybody else is in the same situation I am, but this is really taking the wind out of my sails, because I have put in my videos before that I buy, well, at this point, I had been buying all of my fragrances from Facebook pages. This has really set me back. I don't know if I will be doing such anymore or not. I can't afford to lose $140, especially like right now. I don't know if you guys know or not, but I am trying to deal with my camera stopped working, so I'm dealing with that, and now this. So I just wanted to bring this to people's attention. I see it on the Facebook pages. I thought I was being due diligent, and apparently I wasn't. One thing that I will say is that it's going to take us as a community to fix this. One thing is the sellers are going to have to deal with the fact that guys like myself, I am not going to send another dime, friends and family, because I have zero recourse right now. And I'm not going to pay for it every single time because good old PayPal charges me for every transaction these days. They used to not do that. So in the beginning, I didn't mind doing this because it saved the seller a little bit of money. But, sellers are going to have to come to the fact that they're going to have to build in the price of products and services into their pricing. And understand that people like me just aren't going to do this anymore. I can't afford to throw, $140 out the window. It's gone. I'm never going to reclaim that. And $140 is a big chunk of money. So I hope this helps somebody else. Please be due diligent. Wow. Please take your time and make sure that you do everything you can to cover yourself. Do not be like me. Do not send another seller a payment that says friends and family, because when you do that, you have zero recourse if you do not get what you have paid for. All right, this is James. Thanks for your time.